Well, good afternoon again. This was sort of off the cuff today. I had a correction that I wanted to make, and I felt like that I needed to come out and clarify, if nothing else, to be ready for next week. There was one more statement that Jesus made from the previous video, and it was in John 19 and 28, and I had just simply missed it. And I don't ever want to willfully do anything wrong. That's not my intent ever. But it says in John 19 and 28, it mentions the fact that Jesus was thirsty. I thirst. And I thought, what a beautiful thing to go and do some research on the word thirsty and how that Jesus thirsted. Jesus spoke 8 times. Now, that's what I found. But I looked up the number 8 in the Bible, and the number 8 in the Bible means new beginnings. There was a new beginning when Jesus went to the cross and he died and said it was finished, which is the next thing that he says. You can have a new beginning. And I thought about it whenever I was working on this for next week. What are you thirsty for? That's a message in itself. Maybe the Lord allowed me to miss it before to bring this subject up in the next week's message. Are you thirsty for truth? How many people do you suppose is thirsty for real truth? I didn't want to wait 7 days to come back out here and do a video again. I wanted to go ahead and correct it now because I thought it was meaningful enough to be able to do it. Are you thirsty for knowledge? Is it important that we include that Jesus was thirsty? I think so. Are you thirsty for wisdom? Do you really want to know all about God, or are you just satisfied with the things that we do that we make a mistake in? I made a mistake. Are you thirsty for His will and His ways? His will. What is His will? What was Jesus' will? He went to Calvary to do the Father's will. He did it for you and I. He did it for every human being that would accept Him. Do you desire a new beginning? Maybe you out there today, and you might be saved. You might be born again. Maybe so. But I will say this. It takes the living water. It takes the living water. Remember, there was a place in the Bible, I believe it was in John chapter 4, 13 to 14, where Jesus says that I am the water of life. I am the water of life. Are you thirsty? Are you thirsty? Are you thirsty for Him? I made a mistake in the message. I hope I don't ever get in the habit of doing that. I'm glad that I was able to catch it. And I just wanted to come out and make a short little miniature clip. I've never done this before. This is a new one for me. But I hope that maybe somebody examines themselves. Are you thirsty? We thirst for the cares and the affairs of life every day. And we thirst for so many things that doesn't give us satisfaction. How many people are really thirsty today for the Lord Jesus Christ? Might be something to think about. Tune in next week for the message from next week. Thank you very much.